Good afternoon, everybody. Hope that everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, just let us know in the chat. Just say hello and let us know where you are tuning in from. If it's cold where you are, if it's warm, definitely reach out to us and let us know. And if I can also remind everyone as well, excuse me, if you can keep your microphones on mute, just so we don't get any feedback or disturbance while we are all presenting. Can everybody hear me okay? Let me know in the chat box. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and mute everybody, and then the presenters, you can all unmute yourselves once it's your turn to present. So we've got, just checking that everybody can hear me okay, all the attendees. Oh, everyone seems a little quiet today. Is everybody sleeping? Do you not want to win any prizes?
You asked everybody to mute themselves. I think they're very obedient this morning.
We have done that.
I was saying to let me know in the chat box. Sorry. Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure if my chat was really slow or if we're having any issues. But yeah, definitely let us know in the chat box. I can see a couple of people, Imogen and Katrina. Hello. Good afternoon or good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Just so we can make sure we keep within the time frame, I'm going to go ahead and begin. It is being recorded, so we'll be able to share the recording with you after the webinar has ended. So without further ado, let me begin by sharing my screen. Okay. So I hope that everybody can see my screen. And good afternoon again. My name is Nicole, for those who don't know me. Welcome to our Saint Lucia Culinary webinar. We're going to bring you everything food and beverage in Saint Lucia, all the great offerings that we have for you and your clients to hopefully enjoy. And I hope that you will enjoy this webinar, and to definitely let us know in the chat box if you have been to Saint Lucia before. If you also have any questions while we're presenting, pop those in the chat box and we will try to go ahead and answer those for you at the end of each presentation. On the webinar with me this afternoon, we have Faye, who will be representing Sandals and telling you all about their 3 properties in Saint Lucia. Tracy from Essential Detail will tell you all about East Winds in Saint Lucia. And last but by no means least, Caroline will tell you about her 2 properties, and Shasney and Jade Mountain in Saint Lucia. So jumping right into our presentation, I do recognize quite a lot of names on this webinar today. So hopefully a lot of you are familiar with Saint Lucia. You've either been to Saint Lucia before or you book a lot of your clients to Saint Lucia. But just to give you a brief overview of the island, Saint Lucia is the only country in the world to be named after a woman, which is why our tagline is "Let her inspire you." Let this beautiful, lush green woman inspire you to come and visit, and hopefully she will inspire you to inspire your clients as well. She's an award-winning destination, and she has year-round tropical weather, so temperatures ranging from 22 to about 20 degrees Celsius all year round. She technically does have 2 seasons. Her rainy season is from June to November, but her dry season is from December through to May. But even during the rainy season, you can get little to no rainfall at all, or what we call liquid sunshine, because it is what helps the island stay nice and green and lush as she is. And you will see that in some of the images and the videos that I will be showing you shortly. She's a boutique luxury destination, and she does have some of the top resorts in the world. And you will be hearing from some of those amazing resorts this afternoon. She has world-class gourmet dining and world-class diving as well. And she also has excellent sporting and events and meeting spaces. She is home to a range of diverse attractions, and also her rich culture is what makes her quite unique and quite different. Let me introduce you to her and let me show you a little bit of Saint Lucia.
Let her welcome you, warm you, wow you, with her sunshine, fun times, and vibrant hospitality. Let her excite you, amaze you, surprise you, with wonderful adventures on tropical land, sand, and sea. Let her indulge you, treat you,
My apologies.
spoil you, with her world-class hotels, resorts, and limitless luxury. Let her relax you, restore you, renew you, with her nurturing nature, spas, and serene tranquility. Let her delight you, entice you, romance you, with her unique charm, magic, and island beauty. She is Saint Lucia. Let her
Hopefully that
inspire
inspired you a little bit with her. She is definitely pretty Saint Lucia. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her resume. So she is located in the Eastern Caribbean. She's a fairly small island. She measures 27 miles long and 14 miles wide. And like I mentioned before, she's an all year round destination. She has been an independent nation since 1979 when she gained her independence in the United Kingdom. But she was so special that the British and the French fought over her 14 times. She was 7 times British, 7 times French. And as a result of this, English is the main language spoken on Ireland. However, there is a French-based Creole that's spoken island-wide as well as part of that heritage that she once had. She has an approximate population of 180,000 people, and she has over 30 beaches, 22 dive sites, 25 waterfalls, rivers, and springs, and over 150 adventures to enjoy. She's home to the Caribbean's only drive-through volcano, and she has over 500 rooms available for any client that you may have who is interested in visiting St. Lucia. She's home to a UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Piton Mountains. These are 2 volcanic plugs which are above the Caribbean Sea. They're located on the southwest coast of the island, and they make the perfect backdrop for any occasion, whether it's a special romantic occasion, just a day down on a catamaran cruise down to around the southwest coast, or even just hiking, taking a hike up one of the Piton Mountains as well. This is our 2 iconic these are an iconic image for St. Lucia, and it's something that is quite unique and quite different for the island. As mentioned, she's quite a lush destination. The inner area of St. Lucia is a rainforest, and even just transferring and driving around the island, you will get a sense of how green and how lush the island is. As you transfer from between the south and the north of the island, for example, you'll be weaving and bobbing through the rainforest, through the jungle as you get to the other side of the island. As mentioned, she's home to the Caribbean's only drive-through volcano. This volcano is a live volcano where you can go into the crater of and also do a sulfuric mud bath. You can learn the history of the volcano, the last time it had any activity or any eruption. And it is quite a fascinating tour that you can do as well to go into the volcano. I just did it recently, and I learned so much about the Caribbean and a drive-through volcano that I never knew before. So it is something that I do recommend anybody going to St. Lucia. Definitely head down to Soufrière, head down to the drive-through volcano, have a sulfuric mud bath, because it is quite unique to St. Lucia. She's home to quite a few bays and marinas. This is the Marigot Bay Marina. This has actually been described as one of the prettiest bays in the Caribbean, and the image definitely does not do it justice. That contrast of the Caribbean Sea along the west coast and the green lushness of the island is really speaks volumes. This marina here is also known as the hurricane hole. So it actually can protect yachts and boats during the hurricane. So a lot of people who are sailing around the Caribbean, if they happen to be caught in a hurricane, they sometimes tend to come into Marigot Bay as they are protected as the hurricane system passes. She's home to quite a few beaches. One of my favorite beaches is the Rodney Bay Beach, located in the north of the island. This beach heads all the way up to Piton Island National Park, which you can see in the far corner. Now, Piton Island is quite special. This was actually where the British were stationed when they were fighting for Saint Lucia. And from the lookout point, just on the left-hand side of Piton Island, you can see straight into Martinique, and that's where they would just fight on the French when they were fighting for Saint Lucia. That beach here was actually made to attach Piton Island to Saint Lucia in the 70s. And this is where a couple of our resorts sit, like Sandals Grand, also the Landings Resort and Spa, and a few others. Another one of my favorite beaches is in the south of the island in Soufrière. This is where we have some of our black sandy beaches. I was recently on Anse-Mamie Beach, which Caroline will tell you about shortly. And I love how you would see the specks of glitter and sequins in the sand as you walk along this black sandy beach. So St. Lucia is a perfect destination for a twin center holiday within itself, because just by the beaches alone, you can see that within the one island, you can get two very different experiences. This is one of our 25 waterfalls, springs, and rivers available in St. Lucia, and every waterfall is different. They're all a unique experience. Some of them are cold freshwater springs, some of them are warm freshwater springs. So you can definitely enjoy different excursions and experiences in St. Lucia, especially visiting some of the waterfalls and springs. An image of Piton Island. There you can actually see some of the ruins when you get onto the island. We still call it an island because that's what it was named over 30 years ago. But it is joined to St. Lucia. But on Piton Island, we host quite a few events there: weddings, jazz festival, carnival events. They make the perfect backdrop for a lot of rustic weddings, photo shoots. You can do a tour of Piton Island as well and learn the history, and you do get an amazing view of Rodney Bay from there as well. This is the Rodney Bay Marina, located in the north of the islands. That's our second marina on island. This marina has a multitude of yachting amenities, from docking convenience to duty-free chandlery and fueling, to luxury concierge, anything that your clients who have yachts or who are sailing around the Caribbean would want. It's available at the Rodney Bay Marina and also the Marigot Bay Marina for them as well. So we are proud to be the winner of the Caribbean's leading adventure tourism destination. This is the first time we've won that award. And for us, it really goes to show that St. Lucia is moving into a great direction where we're seen as more than just a sun, sea, and sand destination, but a destination where you can do a lot of activities and be adventurous and really get out and explore. We have an abundance of activities available in St. Lucia, over 150, just to name a few. Some of these include zip lining through the rainforest, aerial tram tours. You can have a mud bath at the drive-through volcano. You can do Segway tours in Rodney Bay. There's jungle and mountain biking at Anne-Chassenay on their estate. You can do some of our nature trails, like the Tadpole Nature Trail, and the Stairway to Heaven. That sign is definitely right. As you climb up and you head to the top of the Tadpole Nature Trail, the view from the top is like you are in heaven. So that's a couple of the adventurous outdoor activities you can do. You can also do bird watching. We have over 176 species of birds in St. Lucia and 5 active endemic species. And so it's perfect for a bird watcher's paradise. We have ATV or quad biking. You can do horse riding along the beach, or just enjoy days at one of our many beaches on island. And we do have an over-the-water water park along that Rodney Bay beach as well. That's a little bit like Ninja Warriors, but on water. So it's perfect for all ages, for families, and it does make a really amazing day out on the water. You can do a range of water activities, from kayaking to sea helmet trek, where you can walk at the bottom of the ocean's bed, to snorkeling, sometimes just off the shore of any of our beaches, and to diving as well. I was fortunate enough to be able to dive for the first time on a dive fan that we had in June, and it was the most amazing experience ever. I was a little bit scared to begin with, but I'm so glad that I did it. The underwater world is so incredible. Some of the wrecks that we have, the coral and the fish that you can see just off the shore of Soufrière, of Anne-Chassenay, or even at Anne's Courchot as well. If you do have any clients who are into diving or who want to try diving for the first time, I would definitely recommend maybe starting off with Discover Scuba Diving, because now I'm actually inspired to get my PADI license so I can possibly go further and explore a little bit more. You can also do whale and dolphin watching when that's in season. And one of my favorites is really enjoying some time with the locals and heading to the Castries market, the Castries arcade, and just purchasing some local spices, local rum, and trying some local fruits and vegetables. On a fam trip recently, my agents had a list of fruits that they had researched that they wanted to try in Saint Lucia, like golden apples, soursop. So it was really nice that we were able to go to the market and get these things that they could try, and they could share with their clients as some of the exotic fruits and foods that you can actually try in Saint Lucia. You can also make chocolate in Saint Lucia, or you can go to some of the chocolate labs that we have as well. Project Chocolat is an experience in Saint Lucia where you can do a bean to bar or tree to bar activity and learn to make your own bar of chocolate. Okay, now this is what we're really here for. We're talking about the culinary in Saint Lucia. Now, we have the most amazing cuisine in Saint Lucia. A lot of the foods that we serve in our restaurants, our local food trucks, our independent restaurants, our hotels, we try to do a lot of farm tables. We try to utilize a lot of the foods that we can grow in Saint Lucia. So whatever's in season, we will try to utilize those in a lot of meals. So when it's mango season, we'll infuse mango in many different ways. When it's chocolate season or cacao season, we will utilize that in the foods as well. We also cater to all dietary requirements. So if you have any clients who have special dietary requirements or allergies, then the more information you can share, the result better, that they can make sure that they are able to meet the needs of your clients. Some resorts, they actually do consultations on arrival just to make sure that we have all the information that we need to make sure that each meal or each service that we offer your clients is up to their standard. You can try some of our local foods as well. So this is our national dish. This is a dish with green bananas and salted cod. And during the month of October, so now it's the most amazing time for you to try some of our national dish and our local foods. This is the month that we celebrate our Creole heritage. So this weekend is actually Creole Day on Sunday. And in a lot of our small communities, also in our resorts, they will be putting on various different displays of food, of local food and of Creole dishes that you can, that we serve and we enjoy in Saint Lucia. Just to give you an idea of the culinary that we have on island, we have a range of different restaurants from the north, south, and east of the island. A range of different cuisines, ranging from pizzerias to steakhouses to sushi parlors, Indian, local St. Lucian restaurants. There's definitely something for everybody. So we do encourage you to encourage your clients to definitely head out and try some of the independent restaurants, as well as enjoying the restaurants that they have on property at their resorts. We couldn't have food without having rum. In the Caribbean, we do love our rum, our beers, and we actually make a lot of our own rum in Saint Lucia. We make a local beer called Piton beer, which is named after our famous Twin Peak Mountains. You can also try our famous Chairman's Reserve as well. And you can do a rum and rhythm tour, where you can learn all about the rums that we make in Saint Lucia, and also able to taste those rums as well. In terms of bars, we've actually just started an excursion called Cabaret Crawl, where we've put together a collection of bars and restaurants that bars and what we call watering holes or pubs that we may know in the UK, that your clients can try and enjoy in St. Lucia. Just on the screen, I've just got a list of those up for you, those in the north, the south, east, and the Midwest that you can enjoy as well. We are the romance capital of the Caribbean. We do romance really well, and that's because we have no residency in St. Lucia, so you can get married within being on island for a few hours. All you would need is standard documentation like your birth certificate, passport, and any further documentation will be whether or not your clients have any special circumstances, whether they've had a name change by a deed poll, or they're a widow or widower. They'll just need to provide those further documents. We can do a wedding for your clients anywhere, whether that be in one of our lovely resorts, on a beach, at the local cathedral, underwater, above water, on top of the Pitons, beneath the Pitons. Anything is possible in Saint Lucia. And we recently hosted a romance fam trip in Saint Lucia, which was we made a romance summit out of it, where we invited a lot of our destination wedding planners and hotel wedding planners to be able to come out and showcase what they can offer in Saint Lucia. I will share with you shortly at the end of this presentation our Facebook links, where you can actually go and have a look and see some of the things that we showcased and we presented at the Romance Global Summit. We're also proud to be the Caribbean and the world's leading honeymoon destination, and that goes hand in hand with weddings. You can't have a wedding without a honeymoon, and St. Lucia is perfect because you can have your honeymoon straight after. We're the 2022 Caribbean's leading honeymoon destination winner, and we've got our fingers crossed that we will be the world's leading honeymoon destination winner as well by the World Travel Awards for 2022. Voting is open. We do have a link on our Facebook page where you can click and vote for us. So if you do have a couple of minutes, we really would appreciate your vote and just solidify another award for us. We've won it for 13 times, and we would love to make this the 14th time. In terms of accommodation, we have, like I mentioned at the beginning, over 5,000 rooms available in St. Lucia. This ranges from your all-inclusives, your boutique properties, your villas, your inns, your apartments, your small hotels. There's definitely something for everybody. Just to give you an idea of where a lot of our accommodation is located, we do utilize predominantly the West Coast for our hotel products, and you will be hearing from some hotels today, which they will show you the options that we have in St. Lucia. So I'm not going to go on too much about the accommodation in St. Lucia. A couple of new things in terms of accommodation. We are proud that the AMR group is joining Saint Lucia. So the first resort, Zoe Tree Marigot Bay, will be opening up in December of this year. And we're looking forward to having Secret St. James's Club opening up next year as well. So that's the only new updates that we have in terms of hotel products at the moment. But as we get them and as things change and evolve and we get more hotel products, we definitely will share those with you on our socials and also in our newsletter. Our calendar of events is quite special to us because we have a range of different activities and events throughout the year. So I mentioned that this month is our Creole Heritage Month for our Arts and Heritage Month. So we've been celebrating that throughout the whole month of October. And that will end with our Creole Day on Sunday. We have a jazz festival that takes place in May of every year. Saint Lucia Carnival is in July. Roots and Soul Festival at the end of August. So we're happy, or we're excited that these festivals will be returning next year. We have the Atlantic Rally for Cruisers that takes place in December and has been coming to St. Lucia from Las Palmas for the last 30 years. And even during the pandemic, they were one of the activities that remained, and they still was able to come to St. Lucia and enjoy Christmas in the tropics. So that's one that we're very proud of. And one of my absolute favorites is the Groselay Street Party. This happens every Friday night in the district of Groselay. And it's a chance for guests to mix with the locals, try some local food and rum, enjoy some local music, and really enjoy that Caribbean atmosphere, that warm Caribbean welcome that we have in St. Lucia. On my recent fam trip, I struggled to pull the agents away from the Groselay Street Party because they loved it so much. But it's definitely one that I do recommend to anybody going to St. Lucia. If you are in the north of the island on a Friday night, definitely head down to Groselay Street Party. Try to go, if you want to get some food, definitely try to go about, say 7 o'clock, and then you can finish at 2 o'clock. But you can get through quite a few Pitons and quite a few Chairman's Reserve rums as well between those times. Couple of quick useful facts. So we've got direct flights out of the UK, US, and Canada with British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and TUI. We're proud to announce that Virgin Atlantic will be resuming a winter service that starts on Monday, and that takes us all the way through to the end of March 2023. British Airways does a weekly service out of London Gatwick. Sorry, I forgot to mention that Virgin's service that's resuming is going to be out of London Heathrow, and TUI also does a once-a-week service out of London Gatwick. All flights from the UK, US, and Canada go into our international airport here in our international in the south of the island, but we do have a domestic regional airport in the north as well called George F.L. Charles. Approximate transfer time by road between the south and the north of the island is about 90 minutes. We do have an optional ferry transfer as well, which is new, just started during the pandemic. So we're really hoping to give it a little bit of a push so we can get people to get to their holidays by a different way and really get to experience St. Lucia before you even get to your resort. And we also have a helicopter transfer as well, which takes approximately 10 minutes between the south and the north. We accept two currencies island-wide, Eastern Caribbean dollar and the US dollar. And British and Irish passport holders do not require a visa to St. Lucia. All that we ask is that your passport is valid for the duration of your trip, and so you don't necessarily need to have 6 months to travel to Saint Lucia. We do have some great connections as well out of North America. So if you have any clients who are looking to do a twin center, they can definitely fly out of some of our hubs over there. For example, New York, Atlanta, Miami, Philadelphia, especially with a lot of the airlines having those code shares with the likes of American Airlines, Jet, Delta, United. They can definitely utilize those connections as much as possible. Just an image here of the true transfer options that I mentioned. So Fantasy Island is the new ferry transfer that's available, and that can call into any of the ports. So Soufrière Port, the Marigot Bay Marina, Rodney Bay Marina, even Gantus Bay, or any resort with their own dock facilities, they're able to call there as well. And also the helicopter transfer is another option. One thing I will mention is that the luggage will still go by road. So you can always advise clients to pack a small bag, change of clothes, as they wait for the arrival of their luggage, but they can still enjoy the facilities on arrival at their resorts. For those who don't know, we do have a training program called Saint Lucia Expert, where we encourage you to log all the bookings that you make to Saint Lucia once you've done the training course. This opens you up for any rewards that we are offering, so our quarterly rewards. And we also have the Global Piton Awards, where we recognize all the top 10 sellers for the year. So you do have some time to backdate any bookings to Saint Lucia that you've done from the 1st of January this year up until the 31st of December. And next year, normally about May or June, we will announce the winners of our Global Piton Awards, and then we'll invite you and a guest to Saint Lucia for an all expense paid trip, where we can say thank you to you for your continuous support in selling and promoting Saint Lucia. We also have a SLAM program, Saint Lucia Agent Months, where we offer discounts on excursions, restaurants, and hotels during the months of June to November. So if you are going to Saint Lucia between now and the end of November, I will share this document with you at the end of the webinar. So you can definitely take advantage of some of the offers available. And every year we do release this as well on the just at the end of May, so that you can take advantage of any rewards during those months. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation on Saint Lucia. This is how you can stay connected with us. If you're not following us on Facebook, definitely head over and follow Saint Lucia Expert now. You can definitely also follow us on Instagram, Twitter. My email address is on the screen. I'm always just an email away if you have any questions, any queries. If you want to tell me about any bookings that you made to Saint Lucia, or just want to talk about your love for Saint Lucia, how you miss the island, you're always welcome to email me or drop me a call. So that is the end of me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and I'm going to hand over to Faye, who's going to tell you all about Sandals Resorts in Saint Lucia.
Thank you, Nicole. Right, let me just share my screen and hope that the technology works. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Right, fingers crossed everyone can see that. Nicole, give me the thumbs up. Is that all right?
Yeah,
perfect. Lovely stuff. Well, hello, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Faye, and I'm one of the business development managers for Sandals. Now, today, I think is probably one of the most important things that customers look for when they're researching a holiday destination, and that is most definitely food and beverage. For me, it's one of the many areas that we excel on as a brand, I feel, and is reflected in our customer service feedback. And our fact that our guests do return to our resorts year after year. So needless to say, with the 3 resorts that we have in St Lucia, the dining options available to customers are second to none. So sit back and relax. I'm going to try and dazzle you, fingers crossed, in 10 minutes, the A to Z of food and beverage at our Sandals resorts in St Lucia. So first things first, A is for authenticity. The amount of times that I've tried to say that, and I've just about managed it, I've been practicing all day, is the authenticity with up to 21 different cuisines from around the world. All of our restaurants in St Lucia have very unique names, which the majority of them you can see here. Some of the restaurants, such as Bayside, Soy, Kimonos, will feature at more of one of the three resorts, whilst others, such as Amando's, will only be available at one resort. But we'll look at those as we go through the presentation. Our dine around means that customers are given the opportunity to also utilise the dining and the facilities of all 3 Sandals resorts in St Lucia, therefore opening up the number of restaurant choices and therefore adding to the customer experience. There is a total of 27 restaurants between all 3 resorts. So B is for Bella Napoli. This is our amazing outdoor pizzerias, which literally come under the umbrella of sort of casual daytime dining, and are certainly a hit with our guests, especially me, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon because I haven't eaten for a few hours. Bella Napoli is available at Sandals Regency Le Toc, and we also have a Dino's at the Grand St Lucian, and they're normally open from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. Candlelit dinners, C is for candlelit dinners. A very must for a special occasion or romantic gesture is to book one of our candlelit dinners under the stars on the beach. The 4-course meal is served with all the wines or any sparkling, and any personalised menu caters for every kind of dietary requirement. The private dinners can come at nominal cost, which you can pre-book through us, and of course then will be commissionable to you as well. Z is also for cocktails. Our amazing bar staff create the most incredible cocktails during the day, at the swim up pool bars and right the way throughout the evening, and at our specialty bars also. We also serve mocktails, and they're made to order, which gives the added quality and taste. D is for dress code. We have 2 different types of dress code at our resorts. Resort casual is sort of daytime dining, such as shorts, jeans, t-shirts, polo shirts, that's fine. And then we have our resort evening, which is dress trousers, smart jeans and long or short sleeve shirts with or without a collar, or a polo shirt as an example. We do have our resort fact sheets, and the website will state the dress codes and what dress codes applies to each of the restaurants at our resorts in St Lucia. E is for English pubs. On the theme of drink, welcome to our home away from home. An English or a British pub, a great place to meet up with newfound friends and have a pre or post dinner drink. Obviously a little bit more popular with the Americans than it is with the Brits, but if you do want to go in and have a pooled pint of Guinness, then we can offer that. And the Cricketers pub at Le Toc or the Old London pub at the Grand St Lucian will be able to help you with that. But you can also, if you want to grab pub grub, if you're missing food from home, if you want such things as bangers and mash, fish and chips, or your Sunday roast, then we serve that in the pubs as well. F is for French cuisine. This is probably one of my personal favourites. It's one of the finest dining experience you can have in St Lucia at Sandals Regency Le Toc. Is our French restaurant. It's very popular and it does require a reservation. G is for our global gourmet. 5-star global gourmet is part of the luxury included experience at Sandals, with up to 8 dining options at any one single Sandals resort, and a total of, as I said, 27 restaurants across all 3. H, we always struggle with H, is for Hollywood nights. Theme nights at Sandals in St Lucia incorporates food, drink, and most importantly, fun. Hollywood night on a Wednesday at the Grand St Lucian allow guests to dress up as their favourite Hollywood film star and celebrate their favourite film. Cuisine will also reflect the theme and likewise the entertainment. Personally, I'm a little bit partial for the chocolate gala night you'll normally find on a Friday, which is also white night, which I can't understand why you mix white and chocolate, but hey. Hollywood nights is for Hollywood nights. I is for Indian cuisine. Indian cuisine was first added to our culinary choices back in 2015 at another resort. But here we have the Bombay Club, which features in St Lucia at the Grand St Lucian, but again, reservations are required. I is also for Italian. I don't think we can go past and not talk about our Italian restaurants. These are unique to each individual resort. Amondo's, which is pictured here, is at Le Toc. And we also have Toscanini's at the Grand St Lucian and Mario's at Sandals Halcyon. J is for the Jerk Shack. For generations, obviously, jerk has been a cherished culinary of Jamaica. And now the pungent flavour and irresistible aroma has been made a favourite worldwide. With open-air seating and a rustic vibe, the Jerk Shack serves up authentic jerk with traditional accompaniments. The Caribbean experience is not complete until you've tasted our Jerk Shack. Normally, this is where you'll find me at lunchtime, sitting on the beach, eating my jerk chicken and sweet potato. K is for kimonos. You can certainly go out, you can have a quiet romantic meal at any of our Sandals resorts in St Lucia, but at kimonos, we prepare to eat and be entertained. It's not about the mouth-watering food, it's also the fact that it is prepared in front of you by a skilled chef who will entertain you with cookery tricks and maybe a song or two. It's very interactive and fun, and you will find kimonos at all 3 resorts in St. Lucia. L most definitely is for location, and to say a picture paints 1,000 words, these photos are a testament to that. Incredible food with some of the most stunning views in the Caribbean, inside or outside. The choice is entirely yours or the customers. There are so many photos I have used to showcase a couple of the dining locations here at Regency Le Toc. M is for our Mondavi Twin Oaks wine. It's a Napa Valley vinery, and these are our incredible house wines that are served across all 3 Sandals resorts. A choice of 3 reds and 3 whites, all complimentary and all unlimited. N is for no tipping. Our resort-wide no tipping policy is particularly relevant to food and beverage, as it's important to tell your customers that we do have this policy in our resorts. We have the best staff in the business, and that friendly Caribbean smile is genuine. So we are very strict on our no tipping policy. O is for our over the water collection, our over the water collection of restaurants and bars. Experience the warmth, the comfort and the pleasures unexpected here at Gordon's on the pier at the Grand St. Lucian. Located on the magnificent pier, Gordon's is famed for its innovative twist to popular seafood delicacies, and it's perfect for that romantic meal for 2. This is Kelly's Dockside, and you will find this also over the water at Sandals Halcyon in St. Lucia. P is for premium brands. That's because your guests will be getting when they drink, what your guests will be getting when they drink at any of our specialist bars. In St. Lucia, you will find up to 8 bars per resort, from the swim up bars to the speciality bars to the pubs. And of course, we serve the premium brands. Q is for quality. Now, I hope you've all had your lunch. I'm certainly getting a little bit peckish looking at all these food pictures. Quality food, quality ingredients, quality restaurants, each run by internationally trained chefs dedicated to delivering these masterpieces, quite simply unmatched anywhere in the Caribbean. Now, to help you, we do have our resort fact sheets that are available to the trade. So R is for resort fact sheets. The website Selling Sandals, and these will allow you to confidently talk through every restaurant, bar and entertainment information at every resort in St. Lucia, from the opening hours to the dress code to the types of cuisine and the entertainment we offer of an evening. They are all on the resort fact sheets. Now, S is for swim up pool bars, a feature of Sandals along with the signature pool, which you see here at the Grand St. Lucian. Our swim ups are open from 10:30 in the morning and close at around 5 p.m. And this is where you'll get all your beers, cocktails, mocktails, smoothies, and anything you require during the day. Naturally, there's a great atmosphere around there as well with the entertaining staff, possibly with a little bit of reggae music as well. S is also for our soy sushi bar. I can't not talk about these. One of my favorite places, most definitely, but the most incredible sushi, tempura, carpaccio, all made to order, and soy is available across all 3 resorts in St. Lucia. Now, T stands for transfers. And a reminder that we offer those courtesy transfers from very early in the morning right the way through until the evening across all 3 resorts in St. Lucia. So dependent upon the traffic through Castries, it will take no longer about 30 minutes to get from the Grand down to Regency Le Toc, which is a little bit further south. So you always struggle a bit with these kind of letters coming towards the end of the A to Z. Is about our service. We strive to exceed customers' expectations every day. And I think this is how we earn our stars. I strongly believe we deliver on that, especially around the food and drink, which is arguable one of probably the most important requirements when anyone is looking to book an all-inclusive holiday. Now, V is for variety. As I have mentioned before, because of the 3 resorts that we have in St. Lucia, with those transfers, then customers can use the facilities of all 3 and use all those 27 dining options at no additional charge. W is for our websites. Every resort has its own section on dining, as you can see here on some of the screenshots for Le Toc, so you can talk through the restaurants available to your customers and what type of food is served, and look at the different sample menus and talk about the times and the dress codes. You can also see not only that, but you can narrow down the resorts which offer a particular style of cuisine. So clicking on Indian matched for the 3 resorts along the bottom, and also you can see the Grand St Lucian is one of those. X is a little one to struggle with, so we felt an opportunity to showcase our top shelf premium spirits in the form of our French brandy and our Appleton Jamaican rum, both available at our resorts in St Lucia. And Y is for yes to the best. 27 dining options across these 3 incredible resorts where everything is included, including the tips. So what is there not to like about St Lucia? So Z. Apologies, I didn't put this presentation together, so we'll blame one of my colleagues. So for those of you that don't know, this is what we call a courgette in the UK, called zucchini over in the US. Now, we use this slide just to sort of go over and tell about all the different vegetarian options that we have on our menus, as well as an extensive gluten-free, lactose intolerant, and any other kind of allergies that customers have, then we will absolutely cater for that. We have our culinary desk, which will take care of everything. So your guests just have to go to that culinary desk on arrival, and we will make sure that they won't go hungry. So just to finish, I just want to summarise some of the key selling points about an experience in St Lucia with our 5-star global gourmet. Hopefully the video will work. And that's the end of it from me. So thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you, Faye. That was an amazing presentation. I love that A to Z concept. Very nice.
Something a little bit different.
Yes, definitely. I don't see any questions in the chat box this time, but as we go on to the next presentation, if anyone does have any questions, we can always come back to it after. So definitely pop it in. I see Liz said that the fact sheets are amazing. It's definitely so useful when you're on a fam. She was on my recent fam. And Sarah asked if Chef Michael's still at Le Toc because he looked after her a couple of years ago, making sure she had the best vegetarian food.
You know what? He is actually. He's very renowned at Le Toc. Yes, yes, he's still there. He's a bit of a celebrity in his own right. So yes.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
So lovely. Thank you so much, Faye, for that lovely presentation on sandals. So we're moving on now, and we'll be heading to East Wing with Tracy.
Okay. So thank you, Faye. That's going to be hard to do an A to Z at East Winds, so I will give that a miss. But we've gone from the very large now to the very small. So yeah, there we go. So just really quickly, for those that don't know me, I'm Tracy and I head up the team at Central Detail. And we currently represent 7 islands in the Caribbean and 11 properties, 2 of which are in St Lucia. Today, I'm actually going to talk to you about East Winds, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview and then concentrate on the food and beverage offering. So we're nestled in the heart of a tropical forest, and East Wind boasts a sandy, secluded beach that, as you can see here, transitions into clear turquoise waters. It's very hidden and very secluded, so a lot of people don't actually realise the property's even here when they travel from, pass by boat. So the hotel itself is, as I said, we say it's on a privately located beach. None of the beaches in St Lucia are actually private, but because you can't access it from anywhere other than through going through the resort or by the sea, it does make it extremely private for our guests. And we have 12 acres of lush tropical gardens. So the key thing here is that the resort is very low key, it is informal, it's elegant, and it is very, very private. And we do deliver. We're actually a 4-star property that deliver a 5-star service. And a lot of that 5-star stars that we really think we deliver on are based around service and the food and beverage delivery. So as you head away from the beach, you go through these beautiful gardens. There's over 100 species of plants and rare bird life. And a lot of the plants, we also have some edible plants along the route as well. And we have a nature guide that's been written by the managing director of the property. It's over 90 pages long, and guests can actually have one of these guides if they want to take one home with them. But as you head through the gardens, you'll see the 30 stunning cottages that we have. And this is our lead-in superior, which is on the lower slopes around the pool and near the restaurant area. So if you want to be in the restaurant a lot, then it is the leading category that you want to book, because you're going to be the nearest there. And then we go slightly up an elevated hill, and it is just a slope. It's not a big hill, to our deluxe cottages. And then we have our beachfront cottages. There's only 4 of those, and they step straight out onto the beach. All of our rooms have these lovely handmade basins, and if you did want to go and have a lunch and experience something on a food and beverage outside, we would really recommend going up to the Pink Plantation. It's actually owned by Michelle Elliott, who's the potter that we're featuring here. So you can go and have a lovely lunch and also go and buy some really nice pottery to take home, and maybe even some cooking bowls or salad bowls to work on that culinary side of things. We only have the one swimming pool, but it is very unique. It does have a swim-up bar, but what's unique about it is the swim-up bar is self-service. So clients can actually go behind the bar, mix their own cocktails, serve their family. But if they're really, really clever, what they do is actually serve everybody in the resort. And we don't mind if people want to tip the other clients. We don't have tipping, but if they wanted to tip the person, another client behind the bar, then that's fine by us. We have non-motorized water sports, and again, just sort of, it's not really food and beverage, but all our spa products are actually sourced from natural ingredients. So it kind of comes in with that kind of food and beverage offering to a degree. So moving on to really why we're here today on the culinary side of things. So this starts immediately your guests arrive at East Winds, and when they get to their little cottage, they will have a welcome bottle of champagne, not cava or prosecco. It is champagne, and handmade chocolates. If you're really clever, what you would do is send us a note to tell us your clients are actually coming to the resort on your own headed paper. Just send it to us by email, and we will strategically place that next to the champagne and chocolates, so the guests will actually think it's from you yourself as a thank you for booking with them. So just a little tip there, really. As I mentioned, we are all inclusive, so we serve everything from breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, 4-course dinner, and we also have a light bites menu and other bits and pieces that you can see here. So here's a sample this is just our general light bites menu that people can have throughout the day. If they've been off property on an excursion or something, they come back and they're a bit peckish, or if we really haven't fed them enough, which I think I've never heard us fail on that one, but the light bite menu is there for those guests. So moving on to the actual really the main restaurant. So our beachside restaurant actually caters to the most refined palates. We cater for any type of dietary requirement. And East Winds really works closely with the Saint Lucian producers to ensure that we're sourcing the freshest of products and produce. So our fish are caught daily from the sea, obviously, and then they're served in the evening or at lunch, so on the same day. All our meats and fish and even vegetarian dishes, they're all paired with fresh vegetables and fruits from the kitchen garden on site or from the local farmers, which we will connect with and ensure that we use their produce throughout the restaurant on a daily basis. This really does allow East Winds to maintain the highest of standards on our cuisine. And really what we like to do at East Winds is take your clients on a culinary journey of what we have on island. So we're really, really trying to give them a feel of Saint Lucia. And what you'll do when your clients actually arrive there, they will never see the same menu twice. So they're going to have a different menu throughout the whole experience that they're there during the evening. So the main oceanfront restaurant that we have is open for every meal, and every meal is table serviced. So you are waiter service throughout. We have on a Friday, we have a barbecue. I suppose it's the only meal that's not really table service. You do go up and help yourself, or you're served by the chef here with steaks, lobster when in season. And this is on every single Friday evening. The evening menu is a silver service menu, so say it's very much a farm to table concept. And we do have a dress code, but it's smart casual. We just say no flip-flops. That's really steered more to the men. And gentlemen now can wear tailored shorts. It always used to be trousers, but we now accept tailored shorts for gentlemen. You can see here our little market garden. We do have a banana museum on site as well with 10 different varieties of bananas. So we will give you a real experience of what different bananas taste like. And during the evening, when you're having your silver service 4-course dinner, we will serve wines from the cellar. So we serve 2 reds, 2 whites and 1 rosé that is paired with the meal for the evening. So again, you'll have a different wine every single night that you're actually staying there. However, I did learn that if you do like the wine on the first night, which I did, you can actually request that wine again if you have a preference. If clients want to have private dining, there's actually no real charge for this. We're quite happy to try and accommodate this for your guests. So we have these thatched gazebos on the beach area, and they're really perfect for honeymoon couples or romantic dining. And they can have that in the evening for dinner or even a lunch setup on perhaps a romantic breakfast or brunch. So that's available on a request basis. And just touching on weddings, what I'd like to really say here is weddings from East Winds. The wedding is actually a gift from the hotel, the whole package. So that comes right down from the flowers, right through to the menu and the choice of dinner or reception that the client actually wants. There is no additional charge for that. So if lobster's in season and you've got a group wedding down there and they would like a lobster meal and a lobster dinner, we're more than happy to deliver that for them as a complimentary, as I say, as a wedding gift to the wedding couple. We have a huge amount of repeat visitation, and a lot of that reason is because of our actual staff, but it's also because of the delivery of our service and our food and beverage. During the winter, we have nearly 70% repeat visitation coming back. So I think that says a huge amount about East Winds and why people come back, because I do believe that people, if you feed them well and you treat them well, everything else just falls into place. So that's East Winds and our lovely little sunsets. And if you do want any more information, please don't hesitate to let us know. We've just gone through a rebranding. We've got a new website. Have a look at it. You've got your property manuals and maps all available online. So just give us a shout. We will follow up on this. And if we can help you with any specific requirements, and especially on dietary or menus, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Tracy. That was so amazing to see. And I remember just having dinner on the beach. They do like beach barbecues and stuff at East Winds. So with all the presentations, the hoteliers are right. As much information as you can give them, or if you reach out to them, we can share stuff with you to make sure that your clients have an amazing experience, an amazing food and beverage experience. I often get asked the best things about Saint Lucia, and one of them is definitely the food. So thank you so much. Moving along now, we'll be heading to Anne Chastney and Jade Mountain with Carolyn.
Hi, can you see me? Yes, great. So yes. I'm Carolyn Trubetskoy. My husband Nick and I are the owners of 2 fabulous properties in the southwest of the island, Anne Chastney and Jade Mountain, and I hope to send you into your evening with a big culinary bang. You can hear me all right? Everybody good? Yeah, Nicole? All good? You
yes, well? All good.
So we are just to orient you a little bit, you've been up in the north, now you are down in the southwest near our famous Piton Mountains. Properties are called Anne Chastney and Jade Mountain. It's a 600-acre estate with 2 beaches, but the properties themselves are directly adjoining. This is interesting, especially for the culinary side of things, because guests at Jade Mountain have privileges at all of Anne Chastney's restaurants, and Anne Chastney guests can also request a reservation at Jade Mountain's exclusive restaurant. Anne Chastney has 49 rooms, very colorful, the majority facing the Pitons. Jade Mountain is like this sculpture more than hotel structure in the traditional sense, also celebrating the view of the Pitons. There is 29 open wall sanctuaries there, which are focused on adults only, and obviously very popular with couples. There's 2 beaches, and these beaches are connected with a boardwalk, and we have the most amazing reefs right offshore for snorkeling or going scuba diving with our scuba operation. And that brings me to the first culinary experience. So we have an invasive species on the reef called lionfish. The best thing you can do is eat them to beat them. So if you are a scuba diver, we can teach you how to safely remove the lionfish from the reef. The good news is that they actually taste very nicely, and so that you can also then partake in one of our culinary theme dinners on the second beach of Anspermin, where we prepare an entire dinner just with lionfish, prepared different styles. If you don't want to have a group theme dinner, obviously you can also have private dining experiences on the 2 beaches. This is our castaway dinner on the second beach. And if you ever pre-book that for your guests, this is about $990 because it's really private. We have to bring everything to this beach. It is commissionable. You just have to ensure that you let us know that you're booking that and book it directly with us. The second beach of Anspermin, you also can have private dining there. Very, very popular, not just with honeymooners, but really all the couples that come to us. And then in the valley behind the second beach, we are known for having these 12 miles of hiking and mountain biking trails that Nicole mentioned. They are exclusive to our property. And there we also have escorted walking and hiking tours, and they're guided by Father Nature called Menno. And not only does he talk about the history and the flora and fauna, his mother was a bush doctor, so he really goes into a lot of detail of what herbs we have and what they're good for. A guest just sent me a wonderful letter saying that Menno really helped her with her constipation. I think that was one of the classic letters that I received lately, and he's a wonderful guy. Going on, this is also a great area for bird watching. We have trained bird watchers in this area. We have a number of restaurants at Aunt Chastenay. We have one that is entirely vegan. And so if you have vegan or vegetarian guests, they will delight in the offerings here. All of our menus have, in fact, a lot of vegan choices. So there's 4 menus at night, one being the Treehouse, which is seafood inspired, and you have the vegan, and at the beach level, you have the Beach Grill and Apsara. So Aunt Chastenay only has 49 rooms, but and Jade Mountain has an additional 29 suites, but we give our guests really a lot of dining choices because we're in a fairly remote part of the island. The second beach of Anspermin has our Jungle Grill. That's open for lunch only. And there we also serve a really fantastic burger. So when you stay at Jade Mountain, your service team is led by the butlers, our major domos, and a lot of our guests really enjoy the extensive room service menu that we have. We do not charge for room service at Jade Mountain. So a lot of guests choose to eat privately in their sanctuaries. On the very top of Jade Mountain is the Celestial Terrace. You may notice from the endless Bachelor reality shows where the final red rose proposal has happened a number of times. I do like our normal proposals better when normal people propose to each other. They usually actually do get married. This is a Celestial Terrace where you can have sunset cocktails. Also, when you stay at the sister property Aunt Chastenay, you can come up here for sunset cocktails. Jade Mountain's restaurant is called the Jade Mountain Club. This is a very small restaurant exclusive to Jade Mountain guests, but our Aunt Chastenay guests can request a dinner reservation there at a small surcharge. I do not see the chat, Nicole, but I can answer questions a little later. We are very, very lucky that our resorts also have an organic farm, and a lot of our fresh produce comes from the organic farm. Our restaurants are led by our chef de cuisine, that are both Saint Lucian born, Frank Fauché, who himself is a vegan Rastafarian. He, of course, loves the fact that we have an entirely vegan restaurant. And then also Elijah Jules, who is completely self-taught, who runs the Jade Kitchen and who also does, both of them do amazing different cooking classes for our guests. So very popular with our guests is visiting the organic farm. It's about 20 minutes from the property. And there we, you know, as I said, grow our herbs, a lot of the fresh local produce that guests can enjoy when they visit the farm. We do some cooking classes right there at the farm, but there is additional, you know, classes at the hotel. For example, we have a tandoori cooking class. We have, you know, rum tastings. So there's a lot of choices. My son Yasha recently opened a microbrewery at our farm. So you can also have a little brewery tour when you visit the farm. And at Anshastane Beach now we have a little bar that serves strictly our own brew. Back to the farm, we sort of found out a few years ago that we had like over 1,500 cocoa trees. And even though we made what is called the local cocoa stick, our consulting chef said, why don't you start making your own artisanal chocolate? And we started doing that from our own cocoa beans. So when guests come to visit the farm, they can have the whole tree to bar tour, see how we harvest cocoa. Then they can go back to the chocolate laboratory and learn basically how to make chocolate. If you don't want to make chocolate, you can go to the spa where we slather chocolate all over you, or you can in fact drink our chocolate infused beers, or we make some great chocolate martinis as well. That is the chocolate, how it looks at the end face when you can buy it in our boutiques. Now, I hope you all recognize that fabulous looking fruit. This is mango. And in mango season, we also celebrate mango madness. We all go mad. We have mango cocktails, special mango cocktail lists. A lot of our food is all about mango. We make our mango chutneys that you then can buy in the boutique. We also have mango chutney cooking classes. And just to again highlight that we have a lot of weekly culinary events, different cooking classes, rum tastings, red wine and chocolate tastings, sensory tastings, you name it. And we also, every month we have a different theme where we do special events again, like for example, Spices of the Caribbean, or Discover Chocolate, or Cooking in Paradise. And as we are in Creole months and Journée Creole is coming up, we also want to highlight that our staff at Chez Anshastane is very traditional. We celebrate our Creole heritage literally every day, and you can taste our local cocoa tea every day at Anshastane in the restaurant. But I want to treat you to a special video. If you just give me 1 minute, we just have enough time, I think, to play it. I hope it will play well. Let's see if it works. So that was me. And I will quickly type my, if you haven't caught it, my email address into the chat box.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Carolyn. That video was amazing. I love the cocoa tea recipe. I'm definitely gonna do that on the weekend. So I probably will watch the replay back. Thank you so much. So I don't think we have any questions in the chat for Carolyn or Tracy, but if anybody does think of anything, we've got just a couple more minutes. We're going to try to go ahead and give away a couple of prizes. So what I will do is I've got a bottle of Challenge Reserve rum and some chocolates that I will be giving away. I might actually have some Anshastane chocolates in the office. So if I do, I'll definitely pop those in for somebody to win, and I'll send that out on Friday. So the question I'm going to ask, I'll ask you to put the answer in the chat, and the first person with the correct answer will be the winner. And if you have won a prize, if I can ask you to just give somebody else another chance to win a prize. So my question is, what is the name of the chocolate experience that I mentioned in my presentation that you can do in Saint Lucia? Oh, we've got some answers. And the correct answer is Project Chocolat, that is done at the Rabot Estate in Saint Lucia. And Katrina, you are the winner with the correct answer. So Katrina from Travel Counsellors, congratulations. So I will drop you an email today and then get your details, and I will go ahead and send you your prize tomorrow. So thank you very much, Katrina. Okie dokie. I think some of the partners have something that they want to give away. Who would like to go first? Should we go to Carolyn? Because you're unmuted.
What would you like me to give away, Nicole? You just tell me what you want me to give away.
It's up to you. What I mean, you've been in the US. What's easier? You could do like a shopping voucher or something. So it's up to you what you like to give away. Just
very good. So, well, I would say that anybody on this group that is coming to St. Lucia definitely should just send me an email and you'll be invited for lunch or dinner. For the price, I will do a shopping voucher of £50. Hopefully that will be well received. Room JC1, please. I see you.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and ask a question, and then I will look out in the chat for the winner.
Okay, a question. All right. What is the name of our farm?
Ooh.
The name of our organic farm.
Anyone remember the name of the farm? Oh, maybe that's a difficult one.
Okay, then let's try to something simpler. No. It's a color. Mine is blank. Okay. Simple. What's my name? No. Sorry. What is the name of our second beach? Okay.
Liz should get this. We took pictures on this beach.
It's close enough. We can accept that. We can accept that, Carol.
Okay.
Very good. The name of the farm is Emerald Organic Farm, just for future reference.
Perfect, thank you. And yes, so Carol, congratulations. You were close enough. It is Ansunamin Beach, but we will go ahead and award that prize to you. Just so we can keep it moving, I'm going to head over to Tracy. If you'd like to ask a question.
Okay, so I'm going to give away a room upgrade voucher for any client booking subject to availability at time of booking, not time of arrival. And those guests can also have a private dining experience during their stay. My question will be, on arrival, what will be in the guest room complimentary from the hotel?
Oh, straight in there, Liz. Well done. I think the first,
Jess is the right answer.
She is indeed. Jess is the right answer. The answer is champagne and
all right, but just shave that little bit more, and don't forget to send those notes to us so we can put it next to the champagne and handmade chocolates, and we will do that for you so it looks like it's from you.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations, Jess, and thank you, Tracy. And last but not means least, we're heading over to Faye.
Oh, I'm gonna make the gift a surprise.
Oh.
I'm just going to make it a surprise. It'll be something from Sandals, and I'll get it shipped out. So whoever wins it. So the question will be, how many restaurants are there between our 3 resorts? No, hello. Everyone was a bit quick there.
They were. The first person I can see is Sarah. Does everyone see the same?
Yep, I'll take your word for it.
Okay, no problem. So congratulations, Sarah. You have won a Sandals prize, and I know normally it's filled with a lot of goodies and it's quite heavy. So when I share the details with Faye, she'll get that sent over to you.
I will indeed.
So perfect, thank you. So thank you to our partners for joining us here today. So to Carolyn, Tracy and Faye, and thank you to all our trade partners for being on the call, for taking the time out to want to learn about Saint Lucia's culinary options and the options that we have available at the 7 resorts. 6 resorts that you heard from today in St. Lucia, or 6 properties you heard from in St. Lucia. So until next time, and thank you for joining us. Have a lovely afternoon or morning, wherever you're tuning in from. And we look forward to seeing you on the next webinar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
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 Thank you.